everybody, Gina DeLuca here. All right, I am set up for another straight pour. As you can tell, my sides are already painted, and the colors I'm using today for my background, I have Light Apricot by Arteza and Antique Copper in the Treasure Gold that's showing up. That is the Folk Art Treasure Gold Antique Copper. It is a lovely, it's like a purpley copper. And then the Decoart Americana Decor Metallics in copper. That's what we're working with today. So this apricot color is very apricot-y, but I do believe that once the antique copper and the regular copper are incorporated, it does have a tendency to tone down the background color. So we'll see what happens. I had great success using the Arteza products for my background color and my straight pour. So we're going to try out this apricot. It is an opaque, and that's what I like to use for my background colors. These paints are mixed 1 part paint to 2 parts Floetrol. And then that mixture is then thinned to the proper consistency with my concoction of 90% water, 10% Floetrol. That consistency is about a 2 on my consistency scale, perhaps a 2.5. Maybe you can see it better on the copper. Let's see. It is making a mound, but it does disappear quickly. Before we get started, have you seen the Fluid Art inspiration cards? If you have, you can fast forward about a minute, but if you have not, what we have are 52 cards. There are 42 technique cards, and each technique card has a video here on YouTube that gives you all the information that you need. The exact paint colors, brand, the consistency, the recipe, all of that good stuff. And that is the picture from that video. This box here has a tip for that particular technique. And then there is the color palette here at the bottom that goes with that technique. And these 2 boxes can be used together as the basis of a 2-color palette, or you can build off of those. There are also 8 bonus color palette cards. Each one has 5 color palettes. You can use all of the colors or just use some of the colors. Mix and match the color palettes with the techniques, and you have many thousands of combinations. These are available at my website, ginadeluca.net, and also now available at amazon.com. So the first thing I'm going to do is put some paint in my cup. I want to make sure that I do not, under any circumstances, run out of paint for my pour. Let's put the base coat down. All right, my base coat is down, and now I'm going to put some paint in the cup. I'm going to pour these from up high. I want them to blend. I'm going to do the antique copper first. I'm not anticipating that this will make cells, but I want that to blend with the apricot to kind of tone down the apricot a bit. So let's see what happens here. And there is some kind of net flying around. I'm going to have to dispatch him if I can, because they seem to be attracted to the paint. Okay, and then the copper And I do have a bit of my base coat left, so I am actually going to add this as well. I want to make sure I have as much paint as possible. I don't want to run out. Okay, all right, that is what the cup is looking like. Let's make a mess, shall we? I'm going to pour from a bit of a distance. I want these to blend. Oh dear, I went too far. Went too far, couldn't see it. I was trying to go for the full spin and then my hand got in the way and I got a little shaky. This might be a hot mess in the middle. It might be very cool. We shall see. Alrighty, I'm gonna pop these bubbles. It does create a lot of bubbles. Pouring in that fashion. Let's give this baby a stretch, shall we? I am going to grab my corner catcher. If the very corners aren't covered, that is okay. You can fix that later. And I'm going to come to this opposing corner. Always be mindful of where the weight of your paint is. That will give you much more control over your tilting and your composition. And as you can see, you can almost get a corner. Bringing the weight of the paint back to center before changing directions. And the weight of your paint is going to be where the paint is moving the fastest. Being aware of that will allow you to push your paint around the way you want. Tilting slowly is most definitely your friend. There's no need to be whipping this paint around. you want to make sure that covers the edge there. Okay. Again, bringing the weight of the paint back to center. Okay. And again, I'm bringing the weight of the paint back to center. And I'm just going to move this around a little bit. I am getting some cell action from that antique copper. Very nice. And the more I stretch, the more cells will have the opportunity to pop up as that top layer stretches. The cell makers want to come through. So I'm not really trying to tilt anything off at this point. I am just stretching, but always being mindful of my composition. I don't want to change it from where it is. Just want to move it around a bit. And I will fix that the corners that need to be fixed in a moment. Now, what you want to do, and this is with any painting, you want to scrape the drips off the side. And I will actually just use that to cover the corners. But this will keep the paint from pulling on the sides and then pulling from the top. It will help maintain your composition. And you can just use the drips to cover your corners. You know, just try to keep it in the same sort of pattern. I'm gonna let this sit and I will bring you in for a close-up. But so far, it's looking great. I'm actually surprised I didn't get more copper cells, but I'm not complaining. This is really pretty. I like the combination. That purple and the copper really softened up that apricot so it's not so bright. That is one of the things that I love to do with my paintings, is to use colors that you might look at in the tube and say, oh, that is just too much. But then if you use the right colors with it, it really tones it down and makes magic happen. So I'm gonna clean up and I'll be back in a few. Okay, here it is. Don't think this will be changing anymore. Got some really lovely stuff happening in there. I love that the copper and the antique copper mixing. Antique copper really has a lot of purple in it. It's more like a purple with copper mica. So you get the flashes of copper, but the overall color is more of a purple. That's where the purple comes from. And you got some of the cells here, the little pop-up cells. They're kind of a combination. And sparkles. Gotta love the sparkles. I'm very happy with how these colors played with each other. It is a bit more apricot looking than what I'm seeing here on the, there, that's a little better. That's it. Yeah, it gets, the camera gets confused sometimes when you really zoom in on those metallics. Let's see if I can, now it's looking more yellow. It is just confused. But there it is. I hope you learned something. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please do like, share, and subscribe. All that good stuff to help me stay in the YouTube algorithm. Do check out the description box below for links to my affiliates. My affiliate links, Blick Art. I am now a Blick Art affiliate. So if you use that link, I will receive a small commission at no additional cost to you. Same with that Amazon link. If you enter through that link, anything that you purchase off the entire site, I will receive a small commission at no additional cost to you. And Arteza as well. So if you want to get that apricot color, there we go. I was trying to get that color back. Yep, you'll find that in the description box. Also in the description box, you'll find a link to my website, GinaDeLuca.net, where you can find my art and music and the fluid art inspiration cards for sale. And the fluid art inspiration cards are also available on Amazon. And also in the description box, you will find the link to our Facebook group. Go make some art. Join us there. Post your masterpieces. Ask your questions. Get some inspiration. All right. That is it for me for today. I hope y'all have a beautiful day. Now go make some art.